Welcome to another video. My name is Electric Ben, and today we have with us the Dacia Spring. It's one of the cheapest EVs that you can buy today on UK roads, if not the cheapest electric car at just under £15,000, so $14,995. This vehicle is a cheap vehicle. This is why you're here. Today's video is just going to be about me giving you my honest opinion, but just know that you know that it's cheap. This is the Dacia Spring Extreme. It's extreme. It has 65 brake horsepower with a 26.8 kilowatt hour battery powering a 48 kilowatt motor. 0 to 62 is taken care of in 13.7 seconds. But don't let that stat be the reason why you'd think, oh, but I thought all electric cars were quick. This has some amazing little quirks. I can't wait to get this out on the road. That's probably the first thing to mention. This key, I love it. It's pretty old school. If you're new to electric cars, then this is probably a bit of nostalgia, but actually this doesn't fold in at all. It doesn't, so keep it somewhere safe is probably what I'd say. Let's talk about the front of this vehicle very quickly then. This is brick red. I really like this color. It's kind of like an orangey red, hence the brick name, I would imagine. One of the great things about the front of this vehicle, I guess, is it's very prominent. It looks very Dacia-esque. A lot of other Dacia models are following this design language. I think it looks really, really nice. You've got your charge port right in the center. This is the best place to have a charge port. You don't have to worry about, do I have to reverse into an actual bay? How does that look? Is it inconvenient? No, you just know, you drive in, done. It's easy. AC and DC charging is available on this Extreme version as well. This down here, not entirely sure what it is, but actually it helps to break up the panels, which I quite like. I'm not entirely sure why I like it, but I do like it. And then we've got this one windscreen wiper. Why have two when you can have one? Keeps costs down, I guess. Does the job. Yeah, really like the front of this car, looking really nice. One of the features that I love about the rear of this car, now that we're here, are these 15-inch wheels. Now, super skinny tires, brilliant for efficiency. They're not trying to be alloy wheels. You can see the hubcap, you can see the actual steel inner rim. It's not trying to be something that it's not. I actually quite like that. It's very honest. And again, this cladding over the top here just gives it a very outdoorsy kind of look. Round to the rear now. Lots of different textures. Again, this is what we find at the front of the vehicle. You've got your Spring text just there. And that copper that we saw on the wheel just around the corner makes its way to the rear as well. So this copper kind of bronze look actually looks pretty smart. I'm a fan, I like it. The boot's open. However, when you want to close the boot, there's no handle, nothing inside, nothing here, quite annoying. So when you close it, you actually have to touch the boot itself. In the winter, that's gonna be pretty bad for your hands, your fingers, if you're wearing rings, scratching the car. Yeah, not for me. Let's talk charging. So this car has 7 kilowatt AC capability and can accept up to 30 kilowatts DC. However, what's this you've got on your hand, Ben? Let me tell you, this is a V2L or a vehicle to load adapter. All you do, take this out, plug this in. Underneath the flap, you have a 3-pin plug. So you can charge lots of other things. This car is just under £15,000. This is incredible. You now join me inside the Dacia Spring. Let's just cut straight to the chase. This key that we talked about earlier, you actually have to look where you're putting that key. That doesn't get any easier. You are going to see some reflection on this windscreen from the interior. It's not really a big deal, to be honest, but what I do like is this hexagonal steering wheel. It's pretty cool. Again, we talked earlier about this being a sub £15,000 car. This is quite a sporty steering wheel. Lots of buttons everywhere, which I actually really, really like. Not everything has to be touchscreen. The display in front of me has lots of personalization. You can see lots of different things on there, which is super easy to navigate your way around. And speaking of which, this touchscreen in the center here, again, super, super easy. You've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and a wealth of information as and when you need it. You've got lots of stalks around the steering wheel. three actually. The bottom right-hand one is very Renault-esque in terms of your multimedia stalk, if you like. You will get used to that. It's not always the easiest to navigate or find. Taking a quick look around here as well, you've got lots of that coppery bronze kind of texture, colour around the interior, quite Cupra-esque. I don't think Dacia will mind me saying that. And again, just down at the bottom here, lots of buttons, which I think lots of people will love. You've got something called My Safety Perso. If you press it twice, it'll enable you to disable the safety systems that you want to disable if you don't want them all on, which I think is actually a really, really nice touch. So much storage around this cabin as well. Gear selector down at the bottom, and these seats are super comfy. All in all, a really, really nice interior. Something that I love that Dacia give their customers is something called U-clip. So there are a couple of mounting points in the cabin, and you can buy these really neat little accessories. So all you can do here is, this is a really cool little cubby holder, cup holder if you like. And all you do is you just slot it down, sit it down on there, and it becomes a cup holder. This seat is in my driving position. I'm 5'8", 5'9". There's really not a lot of room back here. As you can see, my knees are right in this seat. It's not the best. The rear seats don't fold down individually, so they're either all the way down or all the way up. So you can't really have a 3-seat configuration, which might not work for everybody. There is space in the back for small children, great, but maybe not on longer distances, especially if you're kind of 6 foot and above, that might prove problematic. But if we're looking at the boot as well, the boot has some great storage there, underfloor as well, which is fantastic to house your things like U-clip and your V to L adapter, which is perfect. There's always going to be a space for that, which is fantastic. But for me, loads of space inside, and actually very generous for this size of car. So what is this car like to drive? The turning circle is an absolute dream. It's a city car, of course it is. Parking, multi-story car parks, 3-point turns, all those kind of things. Yeah, this is what this car is all about. Motorway speeds, it's a different kettle of fish, but you already knew that. There's a lot of wind noise. It's a little bit unpredictable. You are moving it back into the lane a little bit sometimes, but in town, this is where this car is really, really at home. I mean, on a vehicle like this, where you get vehicle to load capability, you get rear view camera, you get just the layout of the cabin, it's brilliant. The steering wheel, although it's not circular, you get a flat bottom steering wheel, so it feels quite sporty. Who knew? It's really, really good. It's not trying to be anything that it's not trying to pretend to be something else. This car is really, really good at what it does, and it knows what it does really well. You can push this car through corners and you'll feel some drift and you'll feel a bit of understeer, but those dinky tires, I mean, I love that. It gives it so much character. One of the big things that I was really surprised about as well was the stereo in this car. You get speakers in the front, but no speakers in the back. You have some rear seats, but the rear seats are actually sometimes, I think, for decoration. I mean, I'm only 5'8", 5'9", and you saw what the kind of space was like in this car. This is where more manufacturers need to be. At this price point, making these cars much more affordable. I really got on with this car, and although there are some scratchy plastics, and yes, it's not finished the best in some areas, I actually think it adds to its character and its charm. It's all about managing your expectations. And if you go into this with it's a city car and it's going to get me from A to B and it's going to put a big smile on your face, you're looking at the right car. My advice, absolutely, go test drive one. So what are my final thoughts? There are some things that I love about this car, and there are some things that I'm not a big fan of, but I went into this with thinking that I was going to have to excuse this car because of its price point. I'm not doing that, because actually, I'm now looking at it from, I can't believe you get this for just under £15,000. I'm looking at it from the other direction, if you like. I can't believe how good it feels in town. I can't believe that you get the amount of equipment that you get. And Dacia have really thought about it. From the U-clip feature to the vehicle to load capability. This is the cheapest electric vehicle that you can buy in the UK. It's absolutely staggering. If you do a lot of miles, this car isn't for you. If you do a lot of motorway miles, this car probably isn't for you. The turning circle on this car, like we talked about earlier, is sublime, but just understand what you're getting yourself in for. It's got so much character, so much personality. Just go and drive one. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Kieran at Renault and Dacia in Darlington for giving me the opportunity to go drive this car. It's been nothing short of a revelation. So a huge thank you to Kieran. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an incredible experience. Make sure you like this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel as well, share it with someone who is potentially in the market for a small electric car. Go and drive this. Dacia, you smashed it.